I didn't understand how a packet of eggs kept in a store for such a long time could hatch into something living. So I got some sea monkeys so I could hatch them and see for myself. First, I filled the tank with water and added water purifier. Then I added a packet of eggs in, and the waiting game for them to hatch officially started. But here's the thing, the road to sea monkey success is actually quite difficult because after a few days of waiting, my sea monkeys didn't hatch. I was left with a jar of murky water and a broken dream. So I decided to add some more eggs into the water, and after just 4 days, I noticed that there were tiny little specks of white dots floating around in the water, and it looked like they may be swimming. Finally, there was a tiny underwater party of sea monkeys so cute and small swimming around. I was so excited to see that our first little shrimpies hatched, I even put them under my microscope and saw that after just 16 hours, the eggs began to crack open and the baby sea monkeys started to emerge. And after 24 hours, all the babies hatched and they began swimming for the very first time. But if you've ever had sea monkeys as a kid, then you were lied to. Because here's what they don't tell you. The packet of food that comes with the kit apparently isn't actually food, but it's dye. And that's so you can see the sea monkeys. Otherwise, they would be pretty much invisible. The little sea monkeys are actually just a hybrid breed of brine shrimp created by marketing genius Harold von Braunhut in 1957. They're technically a relative of lobsters, crabs, fairy shrimps, and other crustaceans. But Harold knew people would find it weird to have to put dye in the tank, so he relabeled the dye to food to not harm sales. But then I wondered, well, how do they eat if the food packet is actually dye and not food? Well, in the packet holds a little bit of dried algae that grows when you put it near sunlight, so that is what the little shrimpies eat. Some people even hatch these little ones and feed them to bigger fish like bettas. But anywho, so after the first 24 hours of the little sea monkeys hatching, they became very energetic, and it didn't take long for them to begin to evolve. On day 2, I saw some changes. They grew longer and began to form a tail, and soon day 4 rolled around. New leg growth started to be visible on the sides of their body, and after 1 week, the sea monkeys officially became teenagers. The females became larger and longer, and the males developed large clasping antennae on their heads, which are used to grab onto the female at around 3 weeks of age to initiate, you guessed it, mating. So sea monkeys are technically real time travelers, asleep in biological time capsules for their strange journey into the future. Scientists call this rare process cryptobiosis, which means hidden life, but sea monkeys can live for up to 5 years, and the little eggs can be stored for over 10 years in a dry place. To be honest, I didn't expect them to